Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CORSAIR Dream League Season 9. We're in the North American region for these qualifiers, and we are one game into our second series of the day. It was, of course, and it is, of course, Iceberg versus VGJ.Storm. And game one.
It was a slaughter.
It was a slaughter. Iceberg just were all over the place, and it did not look very good at all. You got to step it up, boys, because this region, it ain't messing around with you. And VGJ.Storm certainly weren't. They were playing some top stuff.
Storm came and looked really ready to play in this one. It seemed Iceberg, they had a game plan for the first few minutes, and then they had no game plan after that. They were kind of just running around, and they were trying to make space for Aui's Coddle, but he's Coddle. He got on his Aghanims, and the game ended. It didn't matter. Because
it really didn't. I don't think they're playing the Coddle again.
No, I think that they should actually play a bit more of aggressive style. I think this, like you said, you even mentioned it during the draft, you're like, looks really passive. And it was.
I mean, we were bang on with the. I didn't get the points, did I?
Didn't get the points, no.
Didn't get the points. We of course, because we're super smart. We went with VGJ.Storm. And we got
I think the Enchantress, Disruptor, and the Tide Hunter, those three for me did so much work snaking. I actually snaking on this Tide was just running from lane to lane. He ganked mid as soon as he hit 7. He TP'd, he ravaged. Every single time it was up, he was pretty much using it. Yep. He was involved in everything.
I did like the snaking Tide.
Yeah, he was
because
impressive
we just don't see much Tide.
No, we don't. And he
don't see much time.
He was not even like really using the ulti too. And in that one fight in the jungle, he just ran at the Dusa and was standing on top of him, anchor smashing. And Dusa does no damage in that case because you're anchor smashed.
I think so as we said, we didn't think the Coddle had much effect.
I didn't like the Coddle Dusa.
What else do we not like? We didn't like the Coddle.
I didn't like the. I understood it.
We didn't like the support combo, did we? Well, the
Coddle Bane. I don't like Coddle Bane either. Yeah, I think if it was anything like if they have like that normal 4 hero, but they don't. If they're gonna play that, they have to have like that other 5 hero that can actually buy wards and stuff.
And we felt like as well, Moon had a bit of an off game on his Sand
Absolutely.
Wasn't Moon's finest. He did struggle a bit. The sort of the missed Burrow strikes and things. I think but we've seen this with Moon. Sometimes he has brilliant games. Sometimes he sort of has games, and that was a bit of an game.
Yeah.
So. I think we can see the Sand King again. I think he's got to step it up a little bit because these guys on VGJ.Storm they were playing really tight.
Yeah, the top lane from Iceberg though was great. I thought that was perfect.
I think the laning stage was great.
Yeah, I mean Ritsu suffered, sure, but they just crumbled a lot in the middle of the game. And either way, it doesn't matter. We'll see what adjustments they make because we're coming into the draft and we already see a big adjustment happening. MSS had too much impact, they feel.
But I think you have to.
I think take out that Ench.
Yeah.
Enchantress
in this region is really strong.
I mean, he owned on the 4. He was just running around killing. I mean, pressuring bottom like crazy. He pressured mid, went top as well. They got that. They didn't kill the Sand King, but they forced him out. I mean, he was making moves around the map. He had treads, drums. He was tied in net worth as a like early on in the game. It was like the 5-minute market. That was not banned last game, was it? No, I was not touched last game, and now they switch it up.
Okay.
So I think it's because...
Is it because of the pick order?
I think it's the pick order. Yeah. Because VGJ, their second pick, and these guys are notorious for picking IO Beastmaster in the first 2.
I think, yeah, absolutely.
So I think maybe they want to leave the Beast this time, and they take out the Coddle. But the thing is that VGJ.Storm, they do play Coddle Beastmaster too. So we will see which ones actually get left through. It will be Naga, will it be Disruptor, will it be the combos? We'll find out.
But you got to ban Naga. I don't think there's any question about that. No way Naga gets free.
Maybe because their first pick, they're going to not ban it. They're going to make VG ban it.
Yeah, I mean, VG will. 100%. They will 100% ban the Naga. Yeah, I don't think Iceberg needs to ban it. Surely. I mean, you don't let a team with Aoi 2000 on have a chance of getting Naga, so. No.
They ban the Razor.
So VGJ, they have to ban the Naga.
That tells me they don't want to play the Razor on Iceberg. Because they have first pick. They could just first pick it. So Naga.
Ban the Naga.
Ban the Naga.
Ban that Naga Siren, boys. Ban it. Come on, VGJ. Ban the Naga Siren. It's easy.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Jack.
Come on, Jack. Where's the manager? Someone get on them. Tell them, hey, lads, you should ban Naga Siren. It's taken them a long time to ban Naga Siren.
Maybe they're thinking that they can... What other heroes are there? Because maybe they're trying to get Naga Disruptor.
Oh, they want to risk it? Surely Iceberg will just take Naga first for Aoi. If it's there. Like, I mean, yeah, VGJ, they're really thinking about this one. Into the bonus time. They don't ban Naga.
Ban the Chen.
I mean, I think they're playing a bit of a risky game, but surely, like, Aoi still plays the Naga, doesn't he? It's like, that's his hero.
They like the Naga, too, yeah. I think if they take Naga here, then VGJ has to pick Disruptor. And then they'll take what? Disruptor and...
10 seconds remaining.
It's like, I don't know why they didn't ban Naga.
Yeah.
Look what you done, VGJ. You let Iceberg have the Naga Siren.
They have to have a plan for it.
And this is already a million times better than what Iceberg did in the draft last game. They got Naga Siren. There's a reason why this hero's banned every game, and I'm a little bit confused why VGJ did not decide to ban it.
I'm putting it offlane because it's like he's probably gonna like dual offlane or something. Watch your monster.
5 seconds remaining.
Ow. God. I'm gonna break this table, I swear.
Dire team pick.
They do as you say. They take the Disruptor.
Take Disruptor.
Make sure that
and
Iceberg don't get that duo. They let them have
what are the other good
Siren.
heroes versus the Naga to disrupt the combo?
Oh, well, anything that reaches out from outside of it.
No, we saw some neat combos from other people too.
I personally like Disruptor Elder Titan as an answer to it.
I like the ET.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the other ones.
I'd like Elder Titan to be coming through for
5
VGJ,
seconds
but
remaining.
do these lads play Elder Titan?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
SVG is the
SVG
inventor.
is, yeah, these guys.
If not, they could just take Sand King.
Team pick.
And that's it, yeah. Okay.
So
Took me
now,
a second.
now for Iceberg, what do they want to combo with the Naga?
Oh man, something's messing with me right now.
Dire
My nose and my
team
eye are
down.
leaking.
Naga Puck.
Puck.
So as you mentioned, obviously this was something that was banned out, I believe, first
In the
phase
first
last
phase.
game. So this is what Bryle's hero.
More than likely, this will be the Puck mid.
Yeah. Well, Bryle's
Could be Moon
he's a
Meander too,
he's a
but
good puck.
yeah, it's a good Puck. That's his jam.
10 seconds remaining.
All right.
It's flex pick though. We don't know exactly where it is.
5 seconds remaining.
Ooh, okay, I'm okay.
Naga Puck.
All right, let's see. MSS Sanking. Oh, I'm hyped.
Puck!
What the hell just happened?
Radiant
I think they have. I think they should ban out. I think they should ban the
Dire
Tide.
team
To be
back.
honest, I thought Snaking's Tide was too good, and he can mess with the combo if they want to do anything like that with the Naga. Well, I think for Vici they could just ban out the Enigma. I think maybe you
They
want
did
to
last time, didn't they? They banned Well, they banned Enigma like last ban. No, it was penultimate,
10
second last ban.
seconds remaining.
I don't know. I want to see. I want to see what Iceberg get with the Naga. So Naga Puck's like, as you said, they're picking the
not
Puck
great.
because that's the hero that they're worried is going to get banned away, not because it's a hero that's necessarily super good. with Naga.
Radiant team
Yeah,
back.
to actually take out Death Prophet. All right.
Is Ritsu much of a? Can you play Lone Druid, Ritsu?
I mean, that guy's really good at farming, so I would say yes.
I wouldn't mind him playing Lone Druid.
Don't think he's played it though.
10
No,
seconds
No, you mentioned it.
remaining.
I don't believe. I went through their whole list earlier and I did
Okay.
not see a Lone Druid, so
I really
5
like Lone Druid
seconds
Puck.
remaining.
yeah, it is really strong.
It is super strong. But as you say, if Richard doesn't play it, he doesn't play it. So we'll see next ban from Iceberg. Already the team fight. Look to step
Wasn't-
up. Pretty good for VGJ.
Wasn't Bounty banned in the first 3 last time too?
He was, yeah.
He was, and
it
they've actually played Bounty a lot of their games on VG.Storm.
Oh, shoot, yeah. Bounty Disrupt is super nice.
They could move
Iceberg.
They still could do that, right?
Yeah, they could absolutely have. I mean, the Snake King, Sand King. That's the classic, isn't it?
The Snaking offlane Bounty is actually the classic, but they're
Offlane
not.
Bounty.
That's a long time ago. Let's be real here, but that was a classic.
Or NA do the carry bounty, isn't that the classic in North America?
And that's a Mason right
That's a
there.
Mason thing.
Mason's all about the
Did anyone
underlord
else do
carrying
that when
the
Mason did that?
bounty.
Was there any other?
He's tried it a couple times. I think other people have too, but
Yeah.
I don't know why. Whenever I think of those like wacky stuff, I
Mason.
think of Mason. I love Mason when he does it. He's just like, I'm playing Underlord safe lane.
Oh, they banned the Snake King Tide.
They do ban the Tide. I think the Tide was a huge problem in the last game.
I would be, as you said, that I would be down for them to go bounty here and put the Sand King off lane. What happened? Is Mason on a team at the moment? It's not, is he?
No, I don't think he is
Oh.
actually right now.
10
Hopefully we'll see
seconds
Mason back
remaining.
in form in time for TI.
I love seeing
We'll see
Mason
him in.
at
I mean,
Labs.
he's going to be in the qualifiers. He's going to have a run at
5
TIs.
seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
What's wrong with me?
Not a TI goes past without Mason trying his darndest to make it there. We do love him for it.
I love Mason.
The man, the myth. Never spoken to him. Is he nice lad?
You've never spoken to Mason?
No, I mean he's one of those guys. You know, I
Mason's
can't speak. He seems like he's too American for me. Like he's gonna.
He's too American.
He's gonna disagree with the OD Pixel way of life, and he's.
I gotta take my glasses off for a second. My eyes are killing me. I don't know what's wrong. They get Dragonite, so Dragonite versus the puck. Good matchup. They might have to move the puck now. And Jakiro. So Naga, Jakiro. Did you see me squint?
No, I was just. I was just thinking about Mason.
You thinking about Mason,
yeah,
dude?
No,
I love Mason. Oh my god.
He's got one of those. He just looks like a really kind of cheerful kind of guy.
Yeah, you've never played a pub with him, though. He is though. Like he's really goofy. He does like to joke around a lot. People do.
He's the kind of guy.
He does get angry, but everybody kind of does in like pubs and stuff. So
I can imagine he's a nice guy to just chill out with, have a drink with, and stuff.
Oh, he's great. Yeah. At like the summits and stuff. Oh, you missed Mason at his peak, man. If Grant's watching, Grant, you know exactly what I'm talking about, baby.
Monster Energy, of course.
Yes, Monster Energy. Drinking Monster Energy.
So yeah, some Dragon on Dragon action. Always a fan of that.
Yeah, I like the DK pick a lot with this already. They've got so much catch on the side of VGJ.Storm. And Dragonite versus Puck, I'm always just a big fan because DK, you get coiled, you just stand there. You actually just...
The damage is...
Don't care, yeah.
You really don't care.
But now Iceberg does have the combo. Naga Jakiro. This one is really, really potent in the midst of the fights. If they can make it to that stage, because last game they did just get run over. All right, my eyes are good now. 1 second.
So VGJ, what do they want with the DK? They need that... Again, we don't know where the Sand King's going to go for sure. I still like the Bounty Hunter. Do you not still like the Bounty Hunter?
Not so much with the Dragonite, to be honest, because then you can't pressure the lane so hard.
Oh, what else have we got? Anything else that they could add to the push?
Radiant team.
The Gyro, so this sort of team fight that they're already setting up with the Disruptor Sand King, which is very nice.
BKB cores versus Naga Jakiro, because if the sleep comes out, you set the Ice Path, you just pop BKBs out of it. So I do think that's the... And, I mean, Gyro just is, I think, the best carry right now. This is pretty threatening. And also, this now, we don't know where the Sand King goes. So I think this is a smart pick.
5 seconds remaining.
Because that can still be the Disruptor Sand King duo, and then they can pick their last pick.
Ooh, okay, so an answer to the Gyro, straight up, getting that Life Stealer into the game. You've got good vessels with the puck.
Great core matchups.
Yep. Very good against Disruptor.
Yeah, he's good against Disruptor, he's good against DK, he's good against Gyro.
I like the Life Stealer.
I like the Life Stealer pick.
And this is a Ritsu hero. They're like Ritsu's one of the ones he plays a lot, right?
Is Razor banned? It is, yeah. Okay, good.
The Ritsu Life Stealer is something we've seen in the past. He's great on this one. I mean, a lot of the North American carries, like this Life Stealer's always been pretty big there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life Stealer and Jug, pretty good versus Gyrocopter, because you can just you run him.
Just run him.
Yeah. No, he can get to a point where he's too speedy, though.
True, but you got the puck, you got the coil, you got a lot of control. All 4 heroes with a way to sort of hold people down. So, I mean, already, as I said, I said it from the Naga Siren pick. I like what Iceberg's doing here so much better than what they did in game 1. This is already looking like a draft that just has a purpose, has a meaning, and has a way of fighting VGJ when VGJ start to bring the fights to them.
Yep.
So final ban VGJ, ban the OD away from Iceberg's mid lane. So they themselves not thinking that the puck's going to be mid. Which is, we were sort of, well, I was assuming it was because, as you say, Brile Puck is the thing, but it could still be that off-lane Moon Puck.
It might be.
That's what they're more right about, VGJ.
I do think that's what they're going to do here, too, because I don't think they want a single-core Lifestealer in this game, either.
Radiant team pick.
They ban TA. Does that mean they want, like, Shadow Fiend, then?
Dire team pick.
It does. Bang on. Bang on there. So SF mid, the Moon Puck off-lane for Iceberg.
Good. I was just saying that. Lovely.
So, VGJ, they've got this final pick.
Naga Shadow Fiend, another combo. The sleep into Requiem. So, yeah, VG.Storm really needs BKBs in their draft.
And you would like it if that SK was what? What would you prefer now? The 4 or the offlane SK?
I think the 4.
The 4?
Yeah, I think I'd like that on MSS.
I guess something big for the VGJ's offlane.
Yeah.
Oh, what can we get? What about more team fight?
Could just get an Enigma, right?
Enigma or maybe Snaking. What about Snaking Darkseer? Darkseer Disruptor, go for it. I know that hero's not a fan, but you get a good pipe this game. It's going to do wonders for your team. So they go for the Abaddon.
Okay, so it is, yeah. We did send to be the support Sanking, though. The Abaddon. Can shield to protect his cores.
I get.
Shield to protect from the Lifestealer.
I don't know. I mean, I think, you know, whenever we see an Abaddon, we're sort of always questioning whether it was the best hero, because out of the heroes. It's one of those heroes. I know in North America they do like it. Ban off lane has always been pretty popular.
It's to protect his cores.
Sure.
That's the big thing. Yeah. Because then if they do the sleep combo and a Jakiro Ice Path comes out, pops ulti, shields somebody, he can save people at least during it. And I think it is just to protect that Dragon Knight Gyro. Because if a Lifestealer is running at them, he can throw a shield on them, break that open wounds, and he can actually do okay in the lane.
Oh no, this is how. So we're gonna do predictions now.
10 seconds remaining.
I think VGJ.Storm as a team looked a lot better in game 1, but game 2, I really like the draft of Iceberg. They have this Naga Siren. I think it was a mistake for VGJ.Storm to let the Naga through, and even though VGJ.Storm did look to be the better side, it's an Aoi Naga Siren. I really think that Iceberg and Richard, I've got to go with Iceberg on this one. I think that their draft is a lot better. I'm not sold by their Abaddon.
Oh man,
I think this draft is so good that even though Iceberg, I think, from what we saw in game 1 is not the better team, they will win this game.
I'm gonna go for VGJ.
Okay.
I think Gyro is a ridiculously good hero right now. Yeah, I don't know. Shadow Fiend, for some reason, has been looking a little underwhelming to me. I'm not crazy about the Abaddon pick, but yeah, I'm going for VG. Whatever.
We'll see what happens,
I don't know
ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to get this 1-1, 2-0?
For me, it's not any like straight draft advantage kind of thing. I think I'm just looking at when VG.Storm, they get BKBs, I think that they're going to be able to just fight Iceberg nonstop.
Let's see. Let's see who's wrong and who's right. We're going into game 2 here at the CORSAIR DreamLeague. Season 9, ladies and gentlemen. It's Iceberg versus VGJ.Storm.
This is your chance to catch up to me, Owen.
Well, I mean, as you say, it's it is definitely hard to go with a team that gets sort of, beaten down as hard as they did in game 1, but we'll see. We'll see if Iceberg can pick it up this game. The Aoi Naga Siren. That's what I'm riding on this game. He's done some phenomenal things in the past on this era. Solo carried games from the sort of support role.
Yeah. So it looks like it's going to be dual lanes, at least. Actually, MSS has more of just roaming items, but he's going to be running between probably bottom and mid lane.
30 seconds to battle.
Snaking eats a Riptide, but he ain't even going to use a Tango. He's got double mango. Double mangoes. The new build. Everyone just has double mangoes. It's the best.
Look at that lifesteal. He's starting off with a lot of tangos.
He really is. I think they're,
6 and 2
they're
tangos.
Expecting the Sanking Abaddon to pressure him.
He's very prepared for the abuse to be heading his way.
2 for 2 runes.
Yep.
To my house.
So yeah, we'll see how well Ritsu does in this lane. As you said, the hate is going to be down here for him, and he did suffer in game 1.
What's happening? They're putting SF top, and they're putting Puck mid. Because they saw the dodge happening. Okay, so they're dodging the dodge. Yeah,
I mean, having Gyro and Disruptor mid against the SF, like, there's a lot of kill potential for VGJ.Storm there, and obviously less so with the Puck. He can get himself in and out of these sort of skirmishes that, a couple of levels, that homing missile and such combo are going to be quite an issue for a mid SF, and this top lane, much easier for him to play with the backup of Kit Rat.
Bottom lane, Snaking eating a whole lot of damage. But yeah, they're pressuring this Lifestealer in this dual lane.
Snaking salves up.
DK in the side lane, boys and girls. That's a big change up. We do not see the SF in the side lane too often. We did see LGD run it once at LAN, right? They did the safe lane SF and the DK mid.
Didn't we see a safe lane SF in one of the other games here? Maybe we didn't.
We did. Moon eating a lot of damage in mid, but at the same time bottom.
They're diving in on Ritsu. Ritsu will be fine. Presence of Aoi does keep him safe.
How do you feel about the side lane Shadow Fiend? I've never really been a fan.
But no, I mean,
to be fair,
I'm not a fan of the side lanes.
I'm dating it back to like ages ago where we used to see people try that and it just never seemed to work. And now it's a bit different with the way that Shadow Rays works.
I mean, it just feels like it's a situation where you're much less likely to get those opportunities where you can outplay once you get that level 2 raise.
It's just, you want to get solo experience. That's the biggest thing with Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, and you need to have backup. Like, you can't really leave this SF on his own. He has to have someone with him on this top lane.
Yeah, you're pretty much like one of the weakest heroes if you do get... If anyone closes the gap on you, you're pretty much dead. But he's versus a DK, so...
Yeah. I mean, that's it, because I think as well... because he didn't want to be in that mid lane against SVG, but obviously as we can see, SVG's now moved himself up top as Yawar will be left mid on his own against the Puck.
And Puck
certainly favors Iceberg.
Yeah. This is absolutely the whole lane, all 3 lane setups I think favor Iceberg actually. I really like the way that they got their lane set up because I think the DK didn't want to stand versus that SF. And mid, look at this. Yawar versus Moon pushing the limits. Moon eating some tower hits. The new tower range.
I mean, in defense of Moon, we can blame it on the new tower range. But
dude, you walk into that one. You actually walk into it a lot easier when you're walking up the Dire Hill. To be honest.
We'll blame it on the patch, V-Moon. We'll blame it on the patch.
I feel for him there.
Yeah.
I played like 8 pubs there, and I keep walking to that tower too.
All right, first blood for VGJ.Storm, top lane.
Bryle, stun comes out. MSS is here too.
The struggles of the side lane SF.
Yeah.
These sort of movements could come in very easily onto you. It's just not as safe a space as that middle lane. Much harder to sort of keep that key vision up, as you can see the sentries down as such. They do have that deep observer behind the tower, but still very scary place for the SF to be.
Yeah, Tomato getting stunned at level 3 on the Dragon Knight was a big thing there. Catching him a bit off guard. And now they leave the 1v1. So Snaking will be able to farm versus this Lifestealer. And it looks like Aoi wants to go for a wrap behind mid. He's got both spells available too. You are pretty low here. They look like they do want to dive under the tower.
He's
juking in the trees a bit. The orb's off the mark. This is not a kill anymore.
No, Aoi is going to take a lot of damage. Homing missiles on his way out to him as well. As Aoi will survive, of course, but yeah, the gank unsuccessful.
That was well played by Yawar, though. He jukes in the trees to stop the net being casted, jukes in again to dodge the orb. Fairy fires just in case. Thought he was going to get hit by that one. So Bryle, side lane SF.
How's it going? Still struggling.
Yeah, his last hits are okay, but there's a tri-lane up here.
The levels aren't great.
Yeah, if he just gets hit by any disable, he is pretty dead versus 3 heroes. And they will bring Aoi up here.
Let's see, VGJ.Storm.
They get put off as soon as they see the Naga. Puck's still doing great in the mid lane, though. 19-6 to the 13-7 of the Gyrocopter, and Gyro's going to have to use that Shrine. Get a glimpse back, but
not quite far enough.
DK not really the strongest tri-laner. Kind of the weirdest thing ever, right? You have DK and SF in the side lanes in a tri-lane. Not something you'd really expect.
We yet to see any sort of real focus on stacking for the Gyro?
Haven't seen any.
No. Not yet on the side of VGJ.
From what we've been seeing, at least in NA especially, they go for more of the battle build. They don't get the flak. They go barrage and rocket early on. Maybe now, I think now he gets called down and then he starts going back for the flak cannon, but it's the 3-2 build most of the time, except from like Arteezy, who plays it a little more greedy. He usually goes missile flak. Snaking dropping very low bottom. They're kind of playing their limits down here on that bottom lane.
Ritsu seeing if he could get a wraparound maybe and go for the outplay. He's looking for it. Snaking. He's a little too speedy though as it seems. Can he get this? Only level 1 open wounds, so the ranges are great, but he's got the phase boots. And that'll actually do it. Oh, there we go.
Top lane now too.
Moving in onto Aoi. MSS and SVG looking for the chase down. But he'll make it out to safety. So yeah, Ritsu getting the first kill on the board for Iceberg. Moon has got an invis.
I'll take your tribute.
Is he going to look to try and set anything up top? Nah, he's going to head back towards mid.
Tribute to my house.
Maybe make a bit of a go on to Yawar, but on his own will not have the burst to do so. Actually taking quite a bit of damage himself from that barrage.
They're smoking toward mid. The orb was just used. Moon.
He's in trouble.
He is in a lot of trouble.
He's dead.
He is dead.
He'll Dream Coil.
Oh? Is he dead?
Wait, is that going to save him?
He's fine.
Oh, shoot. All right.
I think the glimpse saved him, to be honest.
I think it did it. The glimpse got him further away from them.
The Sanking was closing the gap.
Yeah, a rare misglimpse really there.
Big mistake there by SVG. That's a heavy committed rotation. SF is fully recovered now top.
They absolutely should have had that kill.
And they're taking the top tower now. Yeah, that was definitely a bit of a mistake there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
On top lane, Iceberg.
Yep, getting a tower early on. That first catapult wave. Level 5 Shadow Fiend too. He's pretty damn strong right now. Once DK hits 6, that's probably the next timing for Storm to actually get more aggressive here, but Tomato has to be careful not to eat too many raises.
Howie looking to see if he can get any sort of lead in and set up with the Brute. Tomato continues to play it safe underneath that tower. Yeah, the bottom lane, despite Snaking going down, of course, CS-wise, Snaking still having a fantastic time farming down on this bottom lane.
Dire's middle tower
holding a skill point.
Regeneration.
Mid lane Moon, back to getting some pressure onto this tower. MSS will come across. Does have the Jara in the side lanes. They'll lead in with the Burrow.
Dire are scanning.
But very hard to catch Moon now without the Disruptor. And they will need that level 6 as soon as they can on SVG for these sort of catches. But another pretty even start between the two sides. We did see this for the most part at the start of game 1. It was sort of the mid game where it just really veered sharply off in VGJ.Storm's favor. So both teams matched pretty evenly in the laning stage.
They can look to respond here with DK getting 6. Now they can actually start making goes.
Yeah, Bra dragged straight back in underneath the tower, as he will be left behind by his teammates. No saving of the SF possible there.
Literally the second he hits 6, they make the go. Mid tower though, getting punished here. Moon. Let's be careful. He gets stunned up. He's stunned again.
They have got the chain stun. Do they have the damage quite? Doesn't look like they will. Oh,
is he dead?
He was living on the edge there. Took an extra bit of a punch there before jaunting to the orb. But I will get out.
It almost looked like Tomato could have gotten the breathe fire on them, but I don't think he expected
to
sit there for so long.
Hang around before he jumped.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Will be that Radiance build on the Abaddon, it looks like. Because Snaking, I mean, he's farming. He's farming like crazy down here.
And it's also the Radiance build on the Lifestealer.
Oh.
So the race for the Radiance between these two.
Radiance this game, huh? Okay. Oh, Yawar top. This one should be a pretty free kill for them. I say that, but look at Yawar. He's ready to battle.
He's closing the gap. Will go down.
Did a good amount of damage here, but there is a salve on the SF, and he's got 17 wand. Gyro did 1,500 damage there.
It's a pretty scary hero.
It's pretty scary.
In these sort of situations. Now he coming into the mid. Looking for some XP of his own. Try and get that level 6 online so he can have that sort of save potential.
I'm really curious why he's going the Radiance on Lifestealer this game. I've seen it a lot versus like the Illusions heroes and stuff like that, and when it's just like not a great Lifestealer game, but he's got the vessels for him to if he wants to just go an armlet and they can just invest bomb over and over again. Snaking top, eating a lot of damage.
I don't know, it's just there's always that temptation, isn't it? When you have a free lane as a carry, and you've got that amount of money racking up, it's like, wow, why not get a Radiance? And Ritsu is having that free farm that he dreams of, so...
They get the stun on him. Is there a follow-up?
They should have the chain control there. SVG.
They can just threaten him. They can't really kill him.
No, they don't have the level 6, so no static storm. As into the creepy goes. They will look to deny it and such, but they're straight with a raised TP. Ritsu will get out of there.
TP's to his tower.
Yeah, they need the level 6 on the Disruptor before they can go for those sort of plays on the Lifestealer.
When they've got 6 Disruptor, they actually have a lot of kill threat everywhere. And Yawar, mid, gets netted up. Should be just fine here, though.
And Aoi could be in trouble. There's a Burrow Strike and homing missile potential on top of this Naga Siren as they will surround Aoi. And they will be the ones to cut him down. Brile comes in with a rotation. Nice ice path, though, with a wraparound from Kid Track. Will set up for a kill in return for Iceberg. And the bigger kill, nonetheless. Getting that Mid gyro out of this. Glimpse back onto Bryle though. They got enough damage. They've got the first stun. They do surround him, and as quickly as they lose their gyro, they'll be quick to strike back and take down Bryle on the Shadow Fiend.
Disruptor, what a hero.
Middle tower is under
What a glimpse, just what a spell. Finding kill after kill across the map.
There's a reason why support's top tier.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing with it, it's absolutely deadly. And SVG, other than that earlier missed glimpse, of course, a very, very proficient disruptor player. One of NA's finest.
So it'll be the early drum on DK, early drum on gyro. So it's like a tri-core being ran on VGJ.Storm because of the way that snaking is going to be itemizing too. So Puck has got the blink finished up. They can look to get kind of aggressive with this here. They don't have the greatest follow-up, but they could still outnumber. Still think that VGJ.Storm is just a bit stronger here.
Oh,
Quick glimpse.
quick blink. They dodge it. And now, mid lane, VGJ.Storm manning up to try and take that tier 1 tower, but the coil's down. Iceberg looking at trying to fight into this one. They'll put the cooldown down from Yawar to try and force them back, but they're jumping forward. The DK falling very low. Tomato will survive, saved by the Aphotic Shield. VGJ.Storm get out of there.
Good rotations by Iceberg. They really want to defend that tier 1 as long as possible. And just keeps making the space for Ritsu, who's
He's nearly got the relic.
pretty much got it, yep.
The Radiant's lifesteal. Something that, yeah, there's a few players that certainly do love to go that build. And turns out Ritsu's one of them.
Yeah, mostly Oliver, you know. He builds Radiance on everybody, though.
Who else did we see? We've seen Oliver. There was another player. Who else did the Radiance?
Everyone's going to be like BSJ invented it, right?
Oh, yeah, the BSJ Classic.
Yeah. MSS. They are spotting him up top. Oh. Looked like he was kind of trying to set up for something, but yeah, he's no help.
Now they've got the 6 on Aoi now, so that Song of the Siren is something that they have to be aware of when they go for these team fights.
So the big things that we were talking about during the draft was VGJ, they picked the DK, they picked the gyro, they picked these BKB cores. What their dream is, get BKB versus this Naga combo, and they can't really get it off. And MSS now, he's looking to give vision for the glimpse. They will find Aoi.
Straight back into the field. Aoi does have the Song.
Oh, awkward static storm. Now he lives.
Yeah. He
Coils
gets
up
the Song off. Bryle looking for the perfect timing, but oh, the stun comes through just in time to stop the Requiem. He'll try and go for it again, knowing that there's no further stuns available, and that'll mean Tomato, he'll fall. Can VGJ.Storm find anything out of this one? No, they're going to look to try and turn towards the Puck, but Moon's out. So Iceberg with that, as you say, the combo a little bit off from Storm there, as it seemed like they weren't too fussed about the fact that Aoi had the Song available, and Moon actually gets to go back in and pick off MSS. I don't know why they had the field, they had the glimpse back, but SVG didn't seem to want to pop the Storm straight on top of the field.
He put it in between the Naga and the SF, like it was, yeah, it looked a little weird. Bit of a mistake there. Iceberg capitalizing on it heavily.
Yeah,
Aoi might be the death here though.
Yeah, no Song now to rely on, so VGJ.Storm will at least get that Naga Siren.
It looks like both teams are just trying to like battle and make space for the Radiances. Ritsu is going to have his a bit earlier than snaking though.
But as you said, so the value of the Radiance will dwindle for Ritsu because VGJ.Storm's cores are going to want to race for the BKBs.
Yeah, I think this is one of those games where at least one of them wants to have a first item BKB. It looks like they want to be a little more greedy with Yawar. They want to have Tomato just rush that BKB and Yawar just go Mask of Madness and just farm up.
Tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yawar is falling behind too, so does need to catch up somehow. How's MSS on the blink? 300 gold away for the Sanking. That's going to give them a lot more ways to actually make plays around the map. The Radiance is done. So I'd imagine that Iceberg, they want to fight around this Radiance timing. And they already are starting to sandwich VGJ a bit. SVG has to get out of there.
So they want to make some plays. Down bottom, Yawar.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just be careful how he pokes his head out. As they will back up VGJ.Storm. from this bottom lane. I'll see that Radiance is there on Ritsu now. It'll certainly speed up the farm. Got the Blink Dagger on the SK.
They can fight bottom. I think that Iceberg should be kind of afraid here. They don't know the Sanking has Blink Dagger finished up yet, but they can kind of assume since he's been farming top for quite a while. I think they have to make plays elsewhere. I think bottom is way too risky. And they will. They're going to make their way toward top to defend the Shadow Fiend. Bryle also will be going for the BKB rush. Same kind of thing. It's just Disrupt versus the two supports. The Naga Jakiro on one side, the Sanking and Disruptor on the other. Really need BKB versus those heroes. Just so you don't get completely bursted in the combo. Howie is positioned bottom though.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
He's hiding and does have the song ready for setup if the team wants to come in. The rest of VGJ.Storm smoked up, sweeping up towards that top lane. There's a DD down bottom.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Tomato spots out.
Top tower has fallen.
Down bottom, snaking, getting away with a lot of damage onto this tower. Looks like, at the moment at least, no intention from Iceberg to do anything about this, so they'll let that one go.
Okay, trades. And bottom now, though, they do find a catch on Howie. Quick, easy kill. Actually commits the Epi. Just wanted to make sure he doesn't get song off and get out.
Yeah,
I think they had enough damage though with the DDDK. Either way.
They might be able to get a tier 2 themselves with this double damage Dragon Knight. Tomato continue to push him. Radiance now complete for snaking.
So Yawar needs to be careful, like we said. He went for the farming build. So both the Lifesteal went for the farming build, and Jaro went for the farming build on the other side. MSS gets a stun out. They're looking for Moon. Bryle.
Oh, nearly finding SVG there. Quick stun from Tomato comes out. Bryle pops the BKB, moving forward with the Requiem, but VGJ.Storm keep the distance. They've lost Moon on the side of Iceberg. Tomato trying to move in for more, turns his attention towards Kitrak. Kitrak trying to get himself out of this, but the rest of VGJ.Storm will be heading round for the wraparound to get him. He's got the Glimmer Cape, but they're chasing. Kitrak trying with the Jukes, but surely will be dead. He has a TP. Oh, they don't actually have mana for the stun. Oh, doesn't matter. The right clicks and the rocket barrage are enough. So VGJ.Storm will take the trade as they lose one, but they take two, including that Moon Meander puck, the big one.
That was the BKB reveal by the SF, right? And Dragon Knight didn't have his just yet. So in theory, that should have been Iceberg's big team fight there. And the fact that they lose two heroes is a really big win for Vici.
Yeah, Tomato playing really nice this game. 4-1-3 on his KDA, and the farm, as we've said, BKB pretty much there for the DK.
Yeah, the three cores are farming very nice on Storm. Puck is starting to fall behind a bit.
Yeah.
Invisibility.
Moon being caught out a couple of times in these team fights.
So Yawar, like we were saying, needs a BKB in the fights. He went for the mask to be a bit greedier. He's now backed up. He's going back for the BKB, of course. They just needed to take any type of engagements. Ritsu and Snaking, standing toe-to-toe. Ritsu Rich TP, he's out. He's going for the Solar Crest build, so Solar Crest Radiance will be the build, as we have seen from several of these lifestealers that go Radiance.
Iceberg ready to smoke up, moving towards top. Who will they find here? Tomato.
They've got deep vision too, so they know that these two are alone for now. MSS, he's stalking Bryle.
He does have eyes on that SF. Let's see what they can find. Up top, Tomato not quite having the BKB. He's got it, but it isn't out to him yet. Jump forward, the Dream Coil onto two. SVG taken out. He tries for the TP out, Tomato, but the ice pass there to catch him. There's a great smoke from Iceberg, results in 2 kills for Ritsu. Yeah, as I said, the BKB just fractions of seconds too late there for Tomato. He had it, but it wasn't quite delivered to him. Now off the back of that Iceberg.
They can turn this into a rush. Yeah, they have more than enough minus
They've
armor.
got the Solar Crest.
Yep.
Fully complete on Ritsu. So this...
No way Storm can contest either, especially into a Naga. You can just sleep if they're even start making the move over. They've got the vision as well. They placed 2 wards there, actually. The first one got dewarded. They are looking to take the fight, though. They don't have the Dragon Knight just yet.
In time. It's close.
Aui's ready. Pop sleep. Let him finish it. Yeah, stand in the front line.
No messing around from Aui. And there we have it. Bryle grabs the Aegis. Iceberg, they want to take a fight here. Looks like they'd rather just get out. They'll back off. They'll bring them out of that. The Static Storm's dropped down, but it won't catch Moon. That's going to be the Kira down at least. Iceberg thinking about maybe getting back in there. They're eyeing it up, but they don't want to take the risk. So overall, they make the trade, but it's VGJ.Storm losing their Sand King.
They're looking for Moon. He's got a haster in his bottle, though. This
It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
And it's an impossible one. Moon is well and truly out of there. And closing in on his Yule Scepter's completion. So at the moment, Iceberg 3K lead. Ritsu, Livestealer, and the side lanes SF, bro, looking very strong at the moment. Both at the top of the net worth.
The side lane SF.
Side lane SF. It's looking good.
Yeah. Very close game still so far. Only the 2K advantage for them after they get that Roche and that big pickoff. Snaking's just farming like a beast on Abaddon.
Down bottom. We'll TP Briar then. SVG is there. He pops the kinetic field to block Ritsu off.
They pop a BKB for snaking. They should be able to find
really
the kill.
Want this. I mean, they will do. They've got the ice path. They're taking down. They'll also get SVG out of this one as well. So they pop a BKB charge. It's worth it. Briar's able to stick in the fight. Doesn't get sent back by the Glimpse, and they'll get 2 kills.
Yeah, they're trying to take advantage here so they can actually
Force some towers with this Aegis. They don't want this to be a passive one.
because they are playing versus a tri-core lineup. They ideally want to keep the rhythm going. They don't want to slow down with a puck core.
Or puck mid laner.
No. Even if they have SF and Lifestealer, they do want to keep the pressure versus, I mean, Gyro, DK, Abba, these heroes scale.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Much better showing so far from Iceberg.
Oh, yeah.
I think we expected that with this draft. It's just, I mean, they got the Naga Siren. Now has certainly been causing some issues with the songs so far.
Ryo's BKB still on cooldown. Storm seems to know that too.
They have.
Oh, they can't get the kinetic on him.
Yeah, SVG been it's a little bit off on his disruptor today.
That one's hard versus SF.
Sure, he's got a lot of movement.
Yeah, once he's got the talent, it's pretty speedy. Mid, Yawar, he does have the BKB. He doesn't want to have to be forced to use it. The Yules comes out. He's going to be forced to use it.
BKB. And he is going to drop the
Might still
cooldown.
even die.
There's a lot of physical damage, and with the root going through the BKB, he's gone. Now he's just to sleep up, see if they can catch for more. They're looking for the bigger targets.
They're looking for the initiators.
And MSS is on the high ground, and they will find him. Straight on top of MSS, they blow him up with the Requiem. Double kill for Bryle. Ritsu chasing down SVG with the Solar Crest, the Radiance, and the Open Wounds. Finding a third. Snaking up on his way back towards the base. They put the borrowed time. They're looking to kite him up. They want this Snaking kill. The Ice Path won't grab him, but the Root will then move in, take down Snaking as well. Wow. VGJ.Storm lose 4 in their base. Iceberg.
That song, they just look for the Sand King, they find him, then the entire counter initiation that Storm could have is gone. That's this momentum that they needed. 7K gold lead now, 7K experience as well. And Tomato now.
He's got the BKB and he has got the TP if he feels threatened. They put the BKB, he'll try and fight. Nah, now as soon as Ritsu's there, he does decide to TP away, so gets out, but it's a BKB charge gone.
Both cores have used their BKB defensively. Yeah, Yawar did die, but Tomato gets away. Storm under a lot of pressure here. They ideally need to like slow down the pace of the game here. Wait for this Aegis to go down before they can make some plays. It looks like they want to try to take advantage, but they are under vision here. They're trying to catch this SF. They had a ward bottom on him.
Invisibility.
Now it's all getting a bit awkward because they did have that ward that saw the smoke. Moon, Invis, breaks SVG. Now they know where the smoke is going.
A 9K lead, 26 minutes. It's quite the jump forward for Iceberg. I mean, how do VGJ.Storm go about taking fight? It feels like they have to somehow get on top of that.
They have to find the Naga, yeah. They kind of just need a vision advantage. I might even like if they would buy a gem pretty soon. I know their supports are pretty broke, but when they've just gotten under so much so much pressure, you're kind of expecting to be under some ward vision here. I think they do have to just kind of check out those wards here. SVG is checking all over the place. He's putting sentries down. He's throwing the kinetics to try to find the wards. They do feel like they're playing under vision as well.
I think if you're a Iceberg at this stage, you are going to feel pretty confident, and I don't think there's any rush really, pressure on them.
No, they haven't even had like the sleep into ice path opportunities yet. If they can sleep, they see the supports, they can line up ice paths. It's going to be really big fights for them. But like we said, hitting the cores is different because they've already got those BKBs finished. So
there we go, the classic Radiant's Lifestealer Ancient farming inside the Ancient.
Look how fast he is.
Yeah. Lane to lane, off he goes. Ritsu. It's running around the map, pulling creeps.
Is that what I think I saw? Blink dagger on a Batten? Yeah, okay. The save myself build. Taking no damage with an ulti, you can always just blink.
It's very nice.
Yeah. It's good for positioning as well.
I mean, Rich is having a great time. It's just farming creeps up and down the map.
Yeah, they don't have a way to actually kill this. They might try, but...
I mean, I don't think you'd try on us. Can you kill this Ancient?
They stun it.
They're gonna go for it.
They're gonna get it. And he's gone.
He's out of there. Well, they got the Ancient.
I think MSS was trying to time his stun with as the Ancient dies, so you can catch him like as soon as he pops out of the infest. It's really difficult to get off, though.
That's pretty much the only way to do it. You don't want to waste the static Storm because he's always going to be able to shift rage out of it.
Aoi has Blink Dagger now, so looking to just protect his cores with that sleep as we've seen him do so well. They do catch the scan on Moon, but
they know someone's in there.
There's a lot of heroes on the side of Iceberg, all coming to collapse, though.
Can they found him.
They found him. He's got a Yules. The song comes out.
Aoi 2000 in the midst of it all, saving Moon here and now. Iceberg, they can look for the turnaround. There's the setup. Ice Path, the combo onto 2, and then Tomato gets the BKB off. Turns immediately towards the Dragon, but the Glimmer Cage there on Jakiro, buying some time for him. Storm, they've lost 2. MSS to full as well as Iceberg Brawl picks up the double kill. Tomato's trying his best to fight up against the ball. There'll actually be a buyback on the gyro, but Bryle, he'll survive, keeps alive amongst all the chaos, and they get all of the kills, a full team wipe. I don't know if VGJ.Storm's coming back into this one. I said it before, I said it again. That third ban, it should have been the Naga. You can't let Aoi get the Naga. It's so hard to play against, and we're seeing that here. It's a Naga Siren. I mean, I'm sure they'll be kicking themselves, VGJ.Storm, and I'm sure we'll see them not let Iceberg get the Naga through next year.
I mean, it's also Yawar has just been getting destroyed in this game. Every time he showed his face,
that's a dieback on the gyro. 80 seconds without Yawar.
Yeah, they could just look to end the game here. Iceberg definitely playing a lot better in this game than the last one.
Absolutely.
They're actually making
the draft was just a million times better.
Yeah, and they were playing really quick because they were like, the Sabaton just wants to play passively and farm, so they're just trying to take advantage of it, and they did. Even though Yawar got the BKB at one timing, it was both BKB usages, he just died. He couldn't really actually dish out too much damage during it.
They don't have a way to stop Aoi. Every single fight where it looks like they might be able to find something, it's the stage of the game where there's going to be a song and there's going to be a turnaround.
Yeah, they are just, I mean, Iceberg is really just running at them, and they're not allowing the Disruptor to really get good situations for the glimpses. And I mean, yeah, they have the innate rage from the Lifestealer, they have the BKB already on the SF. Very hard to actually use the 2 supports on the side of Storm now at this point.
Easy
Naga,
this is
just, I mean, it is just proving why Naga is just such a ridiculous 4 hero. You can act as the initiator, you can act as counter initiator, you're just a protection.
They need something crazy. VGJ.Storm to get back into this. I mean, they do have a gyro. Maybe the dreams of a rapier would have been something, but with that sort of a buyback, dieback, it's going to put Yawar a long way away from any sort of item as such. He's got the MKB queued up, but it's a long way away.
And there's already an Aghanim Sun Puck, so they already have the damage to kind of break through that gyro and through the DK through the BKB with the Lifestealer, and thrown Aghanims, they actually just can't even run away. It's looking, yeah, very scary for Storm here, because their supports are just completely countered. So we're gonna have to see if they can actually set up any real spells to kill Aoi to start the fights. But the cores already on the side of Iceberg are massive.
Let's see what they can do down here. MSS hiding in the trees. A lot of money on MSS.
Yeah. Well, he's 3K.
But
I was looking at his net worth. I'm like, man, he's catching up to Gyro, but I didn't see him buy anything else.
Yeah, Jawar's net worth really suffering. As nearly double net worth on the Lifestealer and the Shadow Fiend.
This is kind of the, we can't take fights, we need to just push out lanes constantly strategy now, because yeah, they're just at such a deficit. Taking fights versus this SF Lifestealer seems just impossible.
Behold.
Shadow Blade on Tomato, as well as the Blink. Maybe this is the way. Pick a fight around the shrine. But they see Snaking already. Snaking's got to be careful. He's already dropping low. They've got the Yules for when his ult does pop as well.
He's going to pop the shrine. We'll juke out that ice path, but the chase down is going to be there. He does still have the ultimate.
They're waiting. As soon as that ulti pops, he's going to get Yulesed. Bam.
Tomato is trying to lead in with the Blink. Has got the BKB. They do get the Static Storm down onto a couple of them, but now... Aoi gone. That is the way they want to start this. If they can get rid of the Naga, then they've got a chance in these fights, VGJ.Storm. They'll turn towards the Lifestealer. They do have the chain stun. Buyback's going to be there from Snaking as he wants to get involved in this and help out his cause, but Tomato stuck in the tree line, cut down by Ritsu. Double kill for the Lifestealer. Snaking's going to fall as well. That's a dieback on the Abaddon. And surely GG and ND. GG is cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we will go to a game 3 with the Swan as Iceberg having a much better game 2 as they just had a draft that worked. And I'm super sure we will see the Naga Siren going back to being banned by VGJ.Storm. You do not let it through when there's an Aoi 2000 on the other side waiting to play.
They just got to a point where they were playing too fast-paced, and Storm couldn't slow down enough for the Gyrocopter to really get online, because he got punished a lot in the mid lane. Even though Moon died to the tower, it didn't really matter. They were still out farming him and pressuring him, because his hero versus these, they closed the gap on him, and without BKB, he's dead. And he did go for that Mask of Madness drum build. He was kind of relying on Tomato to be the action maker throughout the whole early game, and yeah, they just kind of got ran at while they were farming. Well, the Abaddon was farming that Radiance, and they couldn't really make plays versus Iceberg.
No, not at all. So there we go, boys and girls. The series stands 1-1 between Iceberg and, of course, VGJ.Storm. We're going to find who takes the deciding game 3 very shortly after this break at the CORSAIR DreamLeague, and of course, who will move on to play against Immortals in the upper bracket. We'll find out shortly. We'll be back in a few minutes.